blood, there are four main components, which is the plasma, red blood cell or the erythrocytes, and then white blood cell, which is the leukocytes, and platelets, which is also known as thrombocytes.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. My name is Ahmad Mais and I am a bachelor's in biomedical student who is currently studying in MSU. Today I am going to explain the components of blood. So the first component that I would like to talk about is the blood plasma. Blood plasma is a pale yellow liquid which mainly makes up the whole blood. Blood consists about 50 to 55% of blood plasma, and it is mainly composed with water. About 90 to 92% of blood plasma is made up of water. The components you will find within blood plasma include proteins such as albumins, fibrinogens, and globulins. Albumins are an important component in maintaining osmotic pressure in blood, while fibrinogens are essential in blood clot formation. In addition to this, globulins are very important when it comes to the immune responses carried out by white blood cells. The next key component of blood plasma are the electrolytes, which are minerals such as sodium, calcium, potassium, and bicarbonate ions. These ions interact with a lot of our cells and carry out many important physiological functions, such as muscle contraction. In addition to this, we have nutrients that are dissolved in the blood plasma, such as glucose, amino acids, and lipids. These are really important when it comes to metabolism and also provide building blocks for cells. Furthermore, we have hormones, which are chemical messengers that carry out many processes throughout the whole body. And finally, we have waste products such as urea and creatinine, which are dissolved in the blood plasma. These are sent to the liver and kidney, where they are filtered out and excreted through the body. The next component of blood that I would like to talk about are the red blood cells, or RBCs. RBCs, or erythrocytes, are the most abundant cells found within the whole blood. They make up about 40 to 45% of the cell count and are important when it comes to transporting oxygen throughout the whole body. Here are some key features about red blood cells that you should know. Red blood cells have a biconcave disc shape. This allows them to have more surface area and absorb a lot of oxygen, making it more efficient in oxygen transport. In addition to this, red blood cells also have a protein called hemoglobin. This protein binds with oxygen and carries it around through the whole body. Each hemoglobin molecule can bind up to about 4 oxygen molecules. Red blood cells also have a typical lifespan of about 120 days, which is roughly 4 months. After they age, they are sent to the liver and spleen, where they are broken down and repurposed for other uses in the body or excreted through the intestinal tract. Furthermore, mature red blood cells have no nucleus and organelles. This allows them to have more hemoglobin, which allows them to bind with more oxygen molecules, making them more efficient in oxygen transport. And finally, red blood cells play an important role in pH balance, as they react with carbon dioxide and bicarbonate ions, balancing the pH throughout the body, acting as a slight pH buffer. Overall, red blood cells are very important when it comes to oxygen transport, and they also play a crucial role when it comes to pH balancing within the blood. Thank you. That is my explanation of the components of blood, and the next parts are going to be explained by my partner Alicia.
So I will be explaining on white blood cells and platelets. So white blood cell is part of the immune system that help our body to fight infection. So, which I already mentioned it before, is also known as leukocytes. So they are two different category of white blood cell, which is the agranular and granular. So the function of white blood cells is defending against pathogen and identify which means they identify, attack, and destroy the foreign material, such as virus, bacteria, and parasites. Next is they remove the damaged cells in our body, which is they clear out the damaged cells and help healing the wounds. And next, their function is producing antibodies and also regulating immune response. Next is platelets, is also known as thrombocytes. So platelets is a small cell-like structure that helps in blood clotting, which is for wound healing. So when we have a wound or we cut ourselves, so they will be exposed to wound. So this is where platelets helps come to clot the blood for preventing and help to close the wound. So the function of platelets is, as I said, blood clotting, and they release blood clotting factor, which is a chemical that activates other factors which can strengthen the initial platelet to plug and form a stable clot. Next is for wound healing, which is they release a growth factor that help repair and regenerate tissues, which is the scars that we see. So that is the regenerate tissues. And for blood clotting is platelets will gather and help the bleeding by sealing the break in the vessels. Diseases that relate to the blood, which is the first one, is the most popular one, which is the anemia, which is a condition where the deficiency of the red blood cell or the hemoglobin, so leading the person who have anemia to be fatigue, to have fatigueness, weakness, and in anemia there are also different types of anemia, such as iron deficiency anemia, vitamin B12 deficiency anemia, and aplastic anemia. Other than that is leukemia, which is a cancer that attacks for blood forming tissues, which is leading to a high production of abnormal white blood cells. So this can lead to a symptom such as fever, fatigue, and frequent infection, and easily bruised. Other than that, which is thrombocythemia, which is from platelets, and then sickle cell disease, which is the red blood cell shape is sickle cells, and then blood clot, blood infection, and so on. That's it from me. Thank you.